What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy chauncdogg. I'm back at it with another video, man, and I'm just gonna get straight into it. The best budget lens for you to have for your music videos will be this 16mm 1.4 from Sigma. And before I say anything else, I'm just gonna basically let y'all see some of the work, and I have a lot of work. I even have pictures that I'm throwing there, but of course I'm primarily showing music videos since this video is about music videos. So here we go. Alright, so y'all done seen the videos, y'all done seen the pictures. I gave y'all plenty to look at. Y'all drop in the comments right now whether or not y'all think this is a good lens. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the pros and the cons of why I think it's a good lens and why I'm a little iffy on it, but why I still use it in 2025. So my favorite pro about this lens is that it is very light. You know, when you're working with a gimbal, especially a gimbal like this, I kind of hate this gimbal. This is the wrong, that's besides the point. So when you're trying to get stable footage, it's very important to make sure that your setup is pretty light. In my opinion, the lighter the setup, the more stable the footage will be, especially for a gimbal like this that's not very stable in itself, or maybe I don't know how to set it, but I'm sure it's just not stable within itself. So if y'all know a good stabilizer, let me know down in the comments. Another pro that I like about it is that it's pretty sharp. When I first got this lens was the sharpest lens that I had ever seen. I didn't even realize the lens could be this sharp. And I also think that was the first Sigma lens that I got, because I got this lens a very long time ago. I typically only use it with an aperture of about 2.0 and above. Using it at 1.4 is pretty good. It does, you know, do that blurry background effect and whatnot, but the sharpness kind of go down a little bit, as we know, you know, when you're doing something kind of below 2.0. But I try to use it in 2.0 because it still give it a nice bokeh effect. But one more good pro about it is the autofocus. The autofocus is great. I'm not sure if it'll do it now, but I'm gonna put my head down and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna focus on this. We're gonna see if it do it. And then if I look back up, maybe it'll focus on me. I don't know if it did it or not, but if it did, I'm not filming on this. I'm filming on a whole different lens.
You are.
Yeah. And another good pro about this lens is the autofocus. The autofocus is pretty good on it. When I'm doing music videos, it generally does pretty well when I'm getting those shots when I'm probably going around my client and staying in focus, or if I have multiple people and I want everyone in focus and in the shot, it does a pretty good job at that. So those are all my pros, which are, I think, the most important. Sharpness, light for good stabilization, and autofocus. That's generally what you want in a good lens, and it has it all. So going into my cons, I don't really have many cons. The only con that I have, which very well might be my fault, is that, you know, like I said, I had about 4 of these lenses, you know, 2 or 3 maybe for Sony, and maybe 1 or 2 maybe for a Panasonic GH5 that I had. But I don't know if they not durable. I don't know if I'm not taking care of them, because I got a camera bag and stuff, and I put them in there. I try not to toss it around or anything like that, but you know, sometimes, you know, the lenses just end up wonky or whatnot. I don't know how to explain it, but the sharpness is just, it don't be there. Like, you can tell when you first get that lens and you first put it on the camera body and you look at the footage, it's crisp, it's perfect, but somewhere along the line, I don't know, it just kind of mess up for me. So I don't know if that's my fault or whatnot, but this is my newest one. This is the one I currently use, and it's doing pretty well for me. I'm just trying to take better care of it, and yeah, that's pretty much it for my cons, I believe. So overall, it is a great lens. I definitely recommend it. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. If y'all want me to make videos on anything else, like this gimbal and why I don't like it, just let me know. I got drones, I can make videos over that. Just talk to me in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. We out.